Surbhi Singh, and today I am here with the leading psychologist of Meerut, Miss Surbhi Manocha, a rehabilitation counselor and psychotherapist. She is a licensed mental health practitioner based in Meerut. She has been working with children, adolescents, and adults for over 4 years. She provides counseling and individual psychotherapy for emotional and mental health related concerns. Hi, ma'am, how are you?
I'm good, Pragya. How are you?
I'm also good, and it's great to hear that. So, shall we start with the interview?
Sure.
Here comes the first question for you then. What fascinated you towards psychology?
Okay, during my childhood, I was watching one of the TV shows, and there I saw this setup of counseling, and I think the counselor was particularly doing couple counseling. So that was my first, introduction to counseling and psychology, and I think that's what fascinated me towards this field, and I got more curious about it. So then I chose psychology as an optional in 11th standard, and then I think there was no stopping thereafter.
So, I would say that this is really cool now. So, I would like to know about your qualifications and how long did it took you to pursue them?
Alright, so did my graduation and thereafter my master's in applied psychology. It was done over a span of 5 years, and thereafter I did another course, another professional course, which provided me with the license to practice in my field. So it was an overall span of 6 years, and it may also take sometimes 7 or 8 years to get into this field, depending on the length and duration of the courses. For me, it took me 6 years.
So your efforts are worth who you are, a leading psychologist.
Definitely. But also, we always have to keep upgrading our knowledge. So there's no limit to, gaining knowledge and enhancing it. And even after I completed my professional degree, I've been continuing with certain professional courses time and again. I keep upgrading my skills. So yeah, the knowledge is endless, and you can keep, pursuing the courses till the end of your life. There's no limit.
So, what are the common concerns clients consult you for?
Most common concerns that clients consult me for, I would say one is anxiety. I think people are dealing with anxiety issues a lot these days. So one is anxiety, and the second number, I would say, on second number it would be depression. Yeah. These two are the most common concerns that clients consult me for.
So basically, even I know many students or many people who are dealing with anxiety problems, and most of the times they're not even aware of. So it's quite common these days.
Yeah, definitely.
What, according to you, is the most interesting part of your job?
Well, the most interesting part of my job would be when I'm able to help my clients, guide my clients in the direction of self-awareness, providing them with the clarity of their concerns and what solutions they could, come up with to work in that direction. So rather than being problem-focused, they can be more solution-focused. So I think that's what is the most interesting part about my job.
Okay. So, I'm sure you must be facing some challenges in your daily practice. Would you like to share something about it?
Well, yes. One of the biggest challenges in our field is is the stigma related to mental health. And if we can destigmatize and normalize counseling and psychology, so I think the clients would also be able to consult us within time, and I think it will take them lesser time to deal with their concerns, because now when they consult us, the issues are already, severe. So I think that's morely because of the stigma related to our field, that they're very apprehensive in consulting us in the first place.
Yeah, it's actually very true. Even I have known people who are suffering from mental health issues, but they wouldn't come up with the professional help just because of the stigmas that the society holds. So, since you have to deal with clients with emotional concerns, does it have any impact on your psychological state? If yes, would you be comfortable sharing us as to how can you cope up with it?
Well, yes. When we're dealing with clients from morning to evening, and they all are sharing their emotional concerns, so it definitely leaves a psychologically unpleasant impact on us as well. So at times we also as counselors have to go for counseling sessions time and again. But as of now, I have not resorted to counseling sessions for myself. What as of now I'm doing is practicing whatever I've learned in psychology and counseling on myself to de-stress myself. So I guess deep breathing and actively engaging in my hobbies helps me time and again to de-stress myself.
So basically, these breathing exercises and hobbies and all these self-care activities really play a huge role.
Definitely.
Um, so, how has your overall experience been in this field?
Well, I would say my overall experience has been more of a roller coaster ride. Sometimes stressful, sometimes challenging, and sometimes also very satisfactory and something which leads me to happiness. Because when I see my clients growing and I see a positive change in them, that really brings happiness to my heart and soul. So yeah.
That's really kind. So, what keeps you motivated then?
I think the only fact that I can see a change in my clients, that's the only motivating factor for me as of now.
Yeah, that's really a good factor though. So, what, according to you, are the qualities or attributes of a psychologist that one must possess?
Yeah, very important and a very good question, Pragya. I think one main quality that a counselor or a psychologist should possess is acknowledgement. It means that when a client is coming to you, he's opening up to a stranger, total stranger, and it's very difficult to open up with your personal, private concerns to the other person. So acknowledgement is very important. Meaning to say that we can't trivialize their concerns. कि इतनी सी तो बात है, इसमें क्या टेंशन लेने की बात थी, है ना? We can't say anything of that sort. So whatever their concerns are, they are their concerns and they are important to them, and that's why they are coming to us. So acknowledge their concerns. That is very important.
That's really true, and I would agree with it. So, here comes the last question for you. Is there any advice you would like to share with the budding psychologist?
One advice that I would like to give to the budding psychologist is that whatever you're learning in this field, first, apply it on yourself. Only when you see the application of it on yourself and you see the effectiveness of counseling on yourself, only I think then you can be a successful and a better counselor. Because then you'll realize what challenges one goes through, one faces while dealing with such concerns and applying the therapy on oneself. And only then I think they'll understand the challenges of a client also. But maybe that might not be the only way, but this is what I feel. So yes, keep applying what you're learning on yourself, keep seeing the effectiveness on yourself, and then maybe you can work with them as well.
That was a really mesmerizing answer. So let's end it here, and thank you so much for your time. It was an immense pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you, Pragya.